that transpired there that they still had to go down. And the Bible says something so interesting. Go back and read this. And the Bible says that when the angels got down to the gate of Sodom, Lot wasn't in the city. He was sitting outside of the city gate. So I began to question God, why was he sitting outside? Because he had to sit on the outside to look at the inside of his mess. Remember, that's the area he chose. That was the land he wanted out of selfishness. How did you get in the situation you are? Did you get there because of selfishness? Did you get there because you wanted the best over your siblings? Did you get there because you just wanted it all for yourself? How did we get into our mess? I was talking to Cam the other day, and I was frustrated because you know what I hate the most? I don't mind dealing with trouble. I don't mind dealing with situations, but I hate dealing with situations that are self-inflicted. Come on, God. And sometimes we don't realize we're making a mess until we made the mess and realize that we can't get out of the mess and we're so deep in the mess that we can't see our way out of it. And then all of a sudden we realize that when we come out of it, oh, this is all self-inflicted.
True.
I don't like self-inflicted wounds. And I hate when I do it to myself. But I can't tell you something stupid.
And you ain't by yourself.
You know it's a self-inflicted wound when you see that it's going to hurt you when you're doing it.
Right.
If anybody agree with me, stand up and give out a praise. I mean, the moment God shows you that this is going to come back, this is going to hurt. Not just you, it's going to hurt some folk around you. But you know what? This is where game and the evil spirit come in. No, I'll hide it for you. And then you become creative. You become thinking. You start thinking of ways how you can deal with it when it happens. You come up with a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. Then all of a sudden you realize that all your plans done dug you deeper.
Amen.
Can't say it again for me. So Lot was sitting outside of Sodom and Gomorrah looking into his mess because he did this to himself. This is what happens when we fall away from being a team player.
Come on now.
If Lot had just been, had dealt with the chasing that Abraham gave him, if he had just been the nephew that he was supposed to be, nope, he wanted to be a leader. And it amazes me how some people want to be leaders, but they don't have the characteristics or the actions of one. You want the title, but don't want to do the work. Oh, can I tell y'all something? I want to use the word I want to use. Pray for me right here. That pisses me off. Because here I am, and this is personal. Here I am thinking that you're on the team. Here I am thinking that you got this thing together. You got all your crap together. But then when you have an issue that affects your leadership, that bothers me. You have to lay aside every weight when it comes to dealing with God's people. I learned that really bad this week.
All right. My Lord.
I learned that really hard this week. So now I'm going to tell you, if you're called to leadership, there's a whole lot of sacrifice. It's a whole lot of sacrifice. And see, I don't have nobody to fuss at sometimes when I'm mad but Cam, and she ain't had nothing to do with it, but I need to fuss at somebody. And sometimes when I call to vent Elder Spade, she's at her desk, so she got to keep her professional face, her professional voice, but it's just at the time I need somebody to help me. And then sometimes I don't know if she Elder Spade or Mama, because then she turned into, well, baby, no, that's Mama, I need help. Woo! That felt good. But it's just time for us to get out of our selfishness, because that's exactly what it is. what we're called to do. No matter where it is, no matter who it's with, no matter how often I have to do it, it's just something that God is depending on you to do.
That's right.
He was sitting outside the city gate. The angels came up to him. Now I'm going to teach y'all something right here because I dug into this, elder. Watch this. Did y'all know that we always talk about, it's a question and answer part, and I'm finished. Did you know that when the angels dealt with Sodom and Gomorrah, they had a meeting with Lot? They asked Lot some questions. And I was wondering what was going on while they were meeting with Lot. Because if you go back and read that chapter number 19, when they were meeting with Lot, there was some tension there. The angels asked him, hey, time is of essence. Who do you got in here that we need to get out?
Right.
And because you need to, whoever we need to get out, you need to get them now. You know what I found out why the reason why there was so much tension in that meeting is because they were already beginning to destroy Sodom. They were meeting with him in Gomorrah. That's why they came to him so tense. Is there anybody else that you need to get out of here? We often pick on Lot's wife.
Yeah.
We often pick on her because she couldn't let go of the things. Oh, can I teach? I want to cry right here because y'all know what? We don't study hard enough. But God done dumped something on me now. I can't let it go. And I'm learning other resources are out there for us to get this stuff. Watch this. Do you know why Lot's wife really got destroyed? It wasn't because, can I teach y'all right here?
Yeah.
Sarah, it wasn't because of the things she refused to let go of. Fake, it wasn't. Had nothing to do with the things. To me, it had nothing to do with the things. The reason he destroyed her and turned her into a pillar of salt is because if you go back and read 19, when he asked Lot, are there any now let me show you. Go there. Turn on. Look at your neighbor and say, you can't be on joke time. I'm going to show you right now why you can't be on joke time. Go to 19:14. Go to 12. 19:12. You ready? I'm going to read it fast. It says, the two men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here? Son-in-law, sons, daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? He even ran down the list of people. Then he said, get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place, which means the other place was already up in flames.
Right.
Watch this. The outcry to the Lord against his people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his son-in-laws who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, hurry and get out of this place because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his son-in-laws thought he was what?
Joking. And he didn't get the wife out either.
Now, let me teach you this. Sodom was already up in smoke. They were at the gate of Gomorrah. If they were into their spiritual intelligence, they would have just turned and looked at the fire and obeyed. However, when the fire started to spread into Gomorrah, Lot had grabbed his wife and daughters and told them to go out. The angel said, go, hit the city gate, run, don't look back. So Lot grabbed them. All of a sudden, he grabbed the wife grabbed the daughters, and they were running, and all of a sudden the wife looked back. And the Bible says that she turned into a pillar of salt. But see, everybody always teaches us, Lady Candace right here, I'm going to use that phrase, because Lady Candace always said, and don't tell them people, don't tell them people this is the real reason. Let me tell you, this is the real reason. She turned to a pillar of salt. But if you notice, Lot never looked back, because he had a human hand at one time and then crumbs the next. Right? Can you imagine those daughters? They were running behind mama, but they never stopped. Right? The reason why she looked back, it had nothing to do with the things. She was concerned about her son-in-laws. They made the decision to stay. And because they had pledged to marry her daughters, their family would have been complete. So